Welcome to the 5 o'clock show. It's time for Common Sense. Now, it's Katz and Cosby with John Katzimatidis and Rita Cosby, standing for truth, justice, and the American way, bringing common sense to the world. Now, here's John Katzimatidis and Rita Cosby. Breaking news, WABC.
And tonight on Katz and Cosby, well, just a few words coming from Tom Homan, who is the incoming border czar. And those words, well, they really, really say it all. Tom Homan saying, don't test us. And that is his message to Democratic mayors and governors who are saying that they will not deport criminal migrants. Isn't that incredible, Judge Weinberg, when you hear that?
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like Clint Eastwood and Dirty Harry, Make My Day.
Make my day.
And he's exactly right. They should be defunding these people. And let me go back to my favorite portion. Title 18, United States Code, Section 2, aiding and abetting. When they're doing this, willfully and deliberately obstructing, they're guilty of aiding and abetting. They're not just not cooperating.
Would somebody tell them that there's a new sheriff in town, his name is President Trump?
Yeah, and he's got Tom Homan, who's like his deputy.
Chief Let me tell you, they couldn't have a better person. We've had Tom on the show many times.
We love Tom.
We couldn't have a better person to do this job to protect America than Tom Homan.
You know what's interesting, and John, and also joining us also today, obviously, Judge Richard Weinberg and also Craig Eaton. John, I couldn't believe this. The mayor of Frederick, Maryland, which is right outside of Washington, D.C., came out and he announced he is creating a fund using taxpayer dollars to help pay for illegals for their legal fees if they're asked to be deported by ICE.
Has no right to do that.
Listen, guys, enough is enough. Have these people lost their minds?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they have to lose their minds. I mean, how can they be talking like that?
Yeah, using taxpayer dollars, John, with a straight face.
It's a misuse of governmental funds, taxpayer dollars.
And Craig Eaton as an attorney. I mean, that's an incredible thing to say. I am going to go up against the federal government. We're not going to deport even criminal migrants, and we're going to use taxpayer dollars for legal fees.
That's illegal. That's totally illegal.
So what is he? Is he just grandstanding?
Yeah, it's grandstanding. It's everybody screaming and yelling because Trump won, and they need to do whatever they can to try and cut against that.
Now, did you guys hear the Denver mayor came out, and he came out yesterday and said, I am willing to go to jail if it means defending the migrants.
Well, make room.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Rita, this is what I'm saying.
Wait a second. He can claim insanity. Denver mayor, that whole place is a pot haven.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe he was smoking too much pot. And he'll just.
Yeah, maybe so, right? Maybe so. That could be it.
I wish that President Trump didn't telegraph everything he's going to do, because he gave these mayors and governors an opportunity for a month and a half to try and strike against him. If he would have just waited till he got in,
but Craig,
took these actions.
He telegraphed this when he was running, and guess what? The American public said, we want it because we're fed up with these people.
Really,
and now he's living up to his promises.
Even
fundraising.
My Democratic friends, you know what they said? Whew, wow.
Yeah, they're happy.
They're happy.
By the way, the ones with common sense, John. That's the point. Common sense Americans, whether you're Republican or Democrat, are going to say this is great.
Have these people lost their minds that they still want to go to war?
Yeah, and they're doubling down.
Kill our children with the fentanyl?
Yeah, well, that's why Trump, John, came out with the tariffs. Did you see that too? He came out saying last night, saying he wants to do a 25% tariff on Mexico. Also adds ones to China.
Mexico has surrendered already.
Yeah, they did. They responded to that. They said, with the tariffs coming out, we're not going to do any of that stuff anymore.
Yeah, in fact, they're kind of flipping. It's interesting. It's a female mayor.
They also make noise that they'll raise tariffs against us.
Yeah, and then
so make up your mind what you're doing. Are you folding? Or you're going to work with us?
Yeah, which way?
Tariffs, the Mexico tariffs against the United States. What good is that going to do?
Yeah, but one of the things she did bring up. This is the female mayor of Mexico. Yeah. She said maybe we will seal the border with Guatemala. She brought that up. Her first reaction was like, "Oh no!" And Justin Trudeau, who also is getting socked with us, guess what he did? Within 2 hours, picked up the phone and said, "I guess I got to talk to President Trump." So it's working, John, to your point.
Let me tell you something. It takes a tough leader.
Yes.
Like any company. Anytime a company like Budweiser or who's that new other company?
Oh, yeah, that was Jaguar.
Yeah.
Jaguar.
If you have a CEO like that, short the stock, because sooner or later it's going to blow up.
Yeah, absolutely.
That had to be, by the way,
the worst ad.
The worst ad I have ever seen in my entire life. That made the Bud Light ad look good.
Don't forget what I said yesterday. Immigration, yes. Invasion, no.
Yeah, by the way, I love that line. And someone else, a couple people on social media, John, were responding because they're like, "This is the greatest line from John Katz." They said you should revise it to say immigration. What is it? Immigration.
Yes.
We
want immigration.
Yeah, but
we want people that love America.
Here was the line: immigration, not invasion. That's what they said. They said that should be John's new slogan. They loved it, John. It was a home run. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because we need immigrants. And in the old days, when we did it with Lee Iacocca and Bill Fugazi and on Ellis Island, if we need 10,000 carpenters, bring in 10,000 carpenters. If you need 10,000 iron workers, bring in 10,000 iron workers. In other words, bring in people that want to work hard and work hard and live in America and pledge allegiance to America.
And
if you're not going to pledge allegiance to America, go to hell.
Right, and you're going to commit a crime here?
You hit it though. Provide some services that we need.
Yes.
Not just bodies.
And that's what Ellis Island did.
And guess what? Don't break the law. The fact that we have now more than 400,000 people convicted of crimes in America, what are we doing?
When we had
migrants.
When we had President Trump on the show a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, what did he say? He got the Ellis Island Award.
Yes.
Along with me.
He was very proud of that moment.
And because his immigrant father or grandfather stood for the same things. Work hard.
Absolutely.
And the Trump family worked hard, and they succeeded in America.
Right.
My family working hard.
Absolutely. I'm first generation American, guys. Both my parents too. They came through New York Harbor. But you know what? My dad kissed the ground when he came here and said it's the luckiest thing. It is. He is.